Hello everyone. Welcome to the demonstration of the financial planning tool developed in Excel by us. This tool is basically designed to help the Indian professionals who are nearing retirement and they want to plan or get a preview of how their future expenses will be met from their investments. Uh, So basically, if you look at the various assets and expenditure, the app allows you to specify what amounts are invested in various assets. It also allows you to specify what is the annual expenditure that you would like to maintain for post-retirement years. As there is no regular income from the other sources, these assets will be liquidated over a period of years, and the app allows the users to specify the sequence of liquidation for these assets. The app allows the user also to specify a return on investment. Starting with a base rate of return, it allows the user to specify differential rate of returns for different investments. The differential rate of increase in expenses due to inflation, and this rate is compared to the base rate. Whenever any particular uh, real estate or um, own house is liquidated, it will get transferred to the bank FDs. The rate of return, as you will see, of various investments like shares, real estate, PPF, will be higher or lower than the bank FD, and we will explain how the application allows you to specify rates that, in your opinion, stand out for these investments. So, different users may have different expectations from different investment, which the application allows. Similarly, the rate of inflation can also be varied by the user depending on his or her own estimation of um, the inflation. The next feature of the app is simulation. So the app allows the user to simulate how the expenses and income will be computed year by year based on the data that user himself has given. Uh, as we run the app, you will see that the asset buckets which are providing towards the expenses of a given year will be colored differently from the others, so the user can see where the expenses for a particular year are coming from which asset they are being funded. Uh, the download of the app, I leave it to the users to decide whether they want to download it now or they want to continue running this presentation and then go to download. But in case you want to download the app now and start it while running the presentation, we will take you to the link which allows you to download. So this is the presentation that will be running on your computer, from which you will basically scroll up or scroll up the screen or scroll down the cursor to the description of the app, and in this description you will find a show more button. When you click on the show more button, you will get a link which shows the download link, which is directing you to my drive, and from here the app will get downloaded. So let us download the app and see what happens. So we click on this link, a dialog box will open up. In this dialog box, you have to give where the application has to be downloaded. So for me, it is the desktop on which the default destination is chosen. You may choose different destination based on what you normally use. So let us download the app with the save button, and once the download is complete, the app is ready to run in that particular folder where you are downloaded. So let us look at the app and open the app by double clicking on the download. So I am double clicking it now, and the app has opened up in the window. So let us get all the rows in view by scrolling the cursor down, and we have the app ready in front of us. As you will observe, their app has got three distinct sections. So here is the top section which talks about the investment part. Here is the return on investment section which talks about various rates of return for various investments, and the lowermost part of the screen, which is the calculations which are done by the app, is going to show you how much investment is left in which investment bucket, and how much expenses are likely to take place in the corresponding year. To allow you to take a look at all this, we have provided a pause in running the application, and it will run a little slower than what Excel is capable of, but that is only to allow you the view of how the Excel is calculating, how the app is calculating all the figures. So let us start entering the data. So as we said, there are three separate sections. Let us start with the first section, which is about investment, which basically starts with the year on which we are planning this. So for now, I am entering 1st of April 2021 as the date from which I want the system to calculate. You will observe that the entire sheet has got only few cells which are enterable, and though the enterable cells are marked in yellow color or lemon color, no other cell will allow you to enter data as they are being calculated by the app. So only these cells which are marked lemon in color or light yellow in color, you will be able to enter data. So let's start entering data. Let us assume some investment
It's
figures.
3 o'clock.
Let us assume that we have the user has shares for 20 lakhs. Again, when we enter 20, 100,000, so that is 20 lakhs. But we are not going to enter the comma. If we enter the comma, application will give error. It will not function properly because the comma is supposed to be entered by the system. If you enter the comma, it becomes a non-number. So please ensure that you don't enter the comma. The next thing we will enter is bank FDs. Let us assume that bank FDs are 15 lakhs, 1500,000. Uh, Sorry, that was 150, 1500,000, 15 lakhs. Uh, then gold, it assumes whether the user has 10 lakhs worth of gold ornaments. Uh, he may have some other investment, and we will talk about that possibly in the next training session on this. But this can be investments which are not classified in any of the other buckets. So right now let us leave it at other investment, and let us give 5 lakhs as other investment in this. Then comes PF or PPF and PPF. So together assume that the user has got 50 lakhs in PF and PPF. The user may also have some real estate investment, maybe away from the main city. So let us assume that that investment is also around 50 lakhs in, in some kind of real estate, 50, 100,000. In addition to this, user will have his own house. Now obviously we don't want the user to come to a state where he has to liquidate his own house. So while setting the priorities for disinvestment or for liquidation, we'll look at that. But currently, let us enter the value as of today. So as of today, his house may be worth around 1.5 crore. So maybe 1,500, 100,000. So that is that is 1.5 crores. So it is 1.5 crores is his house. Let us also assume that his current expenses are at 8 lakhs per annum. So let us put the, for argument's sake, it may change, or let us put 70,000 per month multiplied by 12. So 840,000 per annum. Suppose these are his annual expenses as of now, and assume that he wants to maintain the same standard beyond retirement. Now let us come to the sequence of liquidation. Sequence of liquidation basically means which are the buckets that the user would want to empty first, or in what order would user want to empty these buckets. So let us assume that user wants to get rid of all the shares first, so we will put 1 in the shares column. Let us assume that bank FDs he would want to liquidate later. So once bank FDs are liquidated, then he would like to go to gold. So let us assume gold comes the next. Let us assume that after that he would like to liquidate the real estate investment. So let me put 4 out there. After that he would like to liquidate the other assets. Then after that he will have to come to the PPF, and if after all that, if his expenses are not being met, then he will have to sell his own house. Now just note that when we run the application, whenever he liquidates column number I, that is real estate, or column number J, which is own house, the money coming out of sales proceeds based on the value in that particular year when the liquidation happens will get transferred to bank FD. So we just watch that as you will see, and the buckets from which expenses are being met will be marked in blue color like this, as you see in this line. Okay, now having entered the investment values and sequence of liquidation, now let us look at ROI. So let us assume that our rate of return from the standard investment in bank has come down. So let us assume that to be at 6.5%. Don't enter the percent sign, it will be entered by the system. Just enter the number 6.5. Now all these other investments or inflation will be usually in relation to the bank rate of interest, in the sense that if inflation, if bank rate is going down, inflation is also likely to go down, and so we assume that so are the others, like PPF interest may also go down if the bank interest goes down. So let us enter the relative figures of return on investment with respect to bank, and let us assume that on shares, how much should we assume? Let us say that on the shares he expects 3% more than the bank. On the bank FDs, of course, it is 0% more than the base rate. On gold, he may assume that there will be some loss of value in the gold, and let us assume that he is assuming 2% less rate of interest than the bank interest. For the other investments, assume that it is running at the same rate as the bank, so we'll put 0 over there. Then for PPF, usually it is 2% above the bank interest, so I'll put 2% out there. And for the real estate and for the own house, let us say that he is expecting around 3% over and above the bank interest to be earned. And on the inflation side, different people may take different calls depending on what classes of atoms they use for their consumption. But let us assume that it is going to be 2% above the, it could be different. Some people may have 1%, some people may have 3%. So let us assume 2% for the time being. So that 2% will be extra. Now, as you observe, if you look at this next line, which is the line which is actually going to use for calculating the sales below, is showing you what is the effective rate of return. So 6.5% plus 3% is 9.55%. 6.5% minus 2% is 4.55%. So effective rate of return or rate of inflation is going to be determined by this pink colored line below the ROI line. So this is the line that the system is going to use. Now that we have entered all the data, we can ask the system to calculate and keep a watch on the color of the cell which it is using for sake of transferring the expenses, making the expenses come out of that particular asset bucket. So we'll start with the calculation button and see how it goes. Okay, so it has taken the, you can see the first line has been taken from the top, and now these blue cells are showing you from where these expenses of that particular year are being met, and when that particular bucket is over, it is going to the next bucket as per sequence provided by us. And then after finishing the gold bucket, the fourth sequence was that of real estate, so it has come to that, and it is asking us to confirm, not confirm, basically it will do it, but it's giving us a alert that the real estate investment is going to be liquidated in 2027, and this money which you are seeing out here is going to get transferred to the bank FDs, as you will see as we go. So I press OK here, gets transferred to the bank FDs, and now we start the calculation again further. So now it is taking the money which has been liquidated from real estate and proceeding year by year, and again it has ran short of money. So now it is looking at sale of own house as 2034 for as per the proposed sequence. So let us continue with that. So you can see that PF, PPF, I think we put a wrong amount in the PF, that is why so next time we will rerun this calculation with the correct amount in PPF. We put 5 lakhs instead of 50. So based on this current assumption, it has now told us that the all assets are likely to be exhausted by 2051. But this is wrong because we gave a wrong input. So let us rerun the same calculation with correct amount in the PPF. So this is the advantage, that you can rerun it any number of times without any problem. So we are again putting 5 lakhs. Let me put 50 lakhs over here, and now let us run the calculation again, because it had made that mistake. I was actually surprised how it went to own house without using PPF, but that was because PPF got exhausted soon because the amount was small there. You can see that the last message which came in the alert box is also being stored in this red box out here. So now it is taking the PPF and it is consuming the amount from PPF. Only when it runs out of PPF, it will go to the own house. So when you look at this, if the person has to sell his own house for running his household expenses, it's not a good scenario. So maybe he has to do this calculation once more with a reduced annual budget, though he is being left with around 32 lakhs. Oh, your assets are likely to be exhausted in year 2057. So that may be okay, because by that time he may not be around, but he still has had to sell his own house sometime in year, as you can see in 2000, this is the year, in 2038, which is not a good scenario. So he will have to play around with a lower investment annual expenses figure. So let me give him maybe 6 lakhs per annum, which is around 50,000 per year, 50,000 per month, and then let us see how does the uh, calculation look. Is it going to be any better? Is it going to save his house from resale? So let's quickly run through the steps now without reading much, because we are not changing anything else. And now we can see that he is able to manage with the bank FDs alone till 2036, then with other investments and PPF till around 2044. Oh, even then it has come to say for sale in 2045. So like this, he might have to do trial and error to see till what budget he can manage without selling his own house, because usually we would not like to do that. But even with that, currently his he will his heirs or his bank deposits after selling the own house and after 45 years from now would be around 13.5 crores. This is what system is selling. But in case he does not want to do that, he does not want to sell his house even in 2054, he will have to uh, reduce this further. So if you have got the idea now, we'll we will take a look at what are the other things that are possible in this. So we saw he was able to do this calculation with different amounts in the expenditure. Asset amount he may not be able to change, but he may be able to change the sequence, maybe to keep the higher earning percentages for a longer amount of time. He could liquidate the short small ROI amounts first, and in this way he can keep on playing with it. And not only that, year by year, now in come year 2022, he can do this calculation again with the latest amounts which are there in bank FDs, gold, etc. So I hope that this will help you or some of your friends to plan the future expenses. And if you look at the expenses figure that can be estimated over next 25-30 years, one would be shocked. But if you look at your expenses 25-30 years back and compare it with today's expenses, you may get a fairly good idea how they grow up. And you can try and play with different numbers, different inflation numbers, to see whether you are able to manage, in what case you are able to manage, in what other case. So there is a lot of what if you can do with this. So I hope you find it useful. If you have any comments, if you have any suggestions on this which can allow this app to be made used by many more people and much more useful, please leave your comments in this comment section below this video, and look forward to hearing from you and publishing more such versions from time to time. Thank you. Have a very good day. Bye.